Hey guys, a little bit about my life. I grew up without a dad, and so for a while I really felt rejected, and I really felt mad, and just felt like alone, and it was hard growing up without a dad. I had a stepdad, but he was a drunk. And he was always abusive to me and to my mom. And so that kind of really twisted the image of a father. And so whenever I came to God, I didn't really believe God was a good father. And for a while, since I was 1 till my 20s, I didn't know what it was to be a man. And I didn't know. Nobody taught me how to be a man. And I was always lost and confused. And so whenever I came to God, and whenever I came, to meet my mentor, whenever I met my mentor, Rich Harmson, I started learning so much about manhood. I started grasping the idea of what a man was supposed to be. Because I've always wanted that. I've always wanted, to learn what's a man. Because growing up, I didn't have that. I wanted a father, that could teach me how to do things like, hunt or, play ball or this and that. And I was just so torn, And because of that tornness, because of that brokenness, it led to pornography. It led to gang violence. Man, it led to hooking up, sex, drugs here and there. Just a lot of things, that I tried to fill that void. And wait for a while. But when I started, knowing God more about what God's design for me is, I was like, man, this is really good. Like, it took me a while for me to believe it. It really did, because I really felt like God didn't love me. Like, I didn't feel like He was there. I didn't feel like God, the Father, was there for me, because I never had a real dad, and I didn't know what it was like to have a dad around. So like me trying to believe in God, that He's there, that He's actually listened to me, it was kind of hard for me to grasp, because He was invisible to me, and I knew what it was, what a father was. But as I was being mentored, and taught, about the Father's love, about who He is, man, just things slowly started changing, slowly. And that's just one of the things that I've encountered with God, is the love of a father. And I'm so grateful to have that. Like, God's been there, man, to teach me things, so many things, like integrity, how to treat a woman, and how to bring peace. Because you hear stories about Jesus, how He always brings peace in situations and joy. And I used to have a lot of bad anger issues, and I was really rebellious. I would bring chaos into any area I went to. And knowing the stories and hearing the stories about Jesus, how He would always, just create an atmosphere of peace. I was just like, man, He was influential. He had a vision. He had a purpose. Growing up, like, I didn't have a purpose, I didn't have a vision, I didn't know where I was going. But when I met God, I have a purpose, I have a vision. Like, I want to be like Jesus. I want to be like that. That creates peace. That just stands up for what is right. And when I met God, those things in my heart started sprouting. Growing up, I was not only in gangs and whatnot, but I had a lot of anger towards my brothers, because I thought they were my real brothers at the time, and so I had a lot of remorse, But God changed that. God changed that, and as well with the pornography. It took a while because like I'd always dabble in pornography. I'd always dabble in sex, you know, because I was trying to fill that void, you know. I was trying to feel that loneliness. I was trying to feel that just I didn't feel like I had a purpose. So I was like, you know what, just forget about it. I'll get lost in this. But yeah, man, it's just God's been so good, man. He's taught me so many things. And whoever's listening to this, I hope that this helps you, you know, and I hope that you're encouraged, and I hope that you're inspired to seek after God, to seek after Jesus, man, because he's an amazing, cool guy, man. Like, I've grown so much because of him, you know. I've learned so much because of him. And now that I have these certain gifts, like with music, like I use it now, you know, for God's kingdom. I use it, you know, to change the atmosphere, to bring peace in the atmosphere. And it's good. It's good. And yeah, that's all I got.
All right, man. Awesome, dude.